Hi guys, so today we're going to go ahead and show you how to strain your kefir and how to make a new batch of kefir from existing kefir grains. So we received some kefir grains from a friend of ours, so this is probably our third batch that we're making. So our first batch we made by taking the kefir grains, putting them into a glass container on the bottom, and then filling the container with 4% milk. Then we covered the containers with the lid without turning it completely closed so that the gases and air could escape. And we put the containers aside for about 2 days in room temperature. After 2 days, the kefir is ready to be strained, which is the process that's taking place now. You want to make sure that you always use a plastic or mesh strainer, as kefir does not like to come in direct contact with metal. The easiest way to strain the milk from the kefir is to go ahead and just swirl the mesh colander around and allow the grains to separate from the milk. You'll know that the kefir grains are ready once you start seeing the consistency of cottage cheese. That means that the milk has fully separated and the grains are ready to be returned to their container. You can go ahead and put them in the same container that they came out of. You do not need to rinse them, but after a few times you can rinse them if you'd like. So now we're going to go ahead and repeat the same process with the second container of kefir. Just go ahead and pour it in. We're going to strain it out. It's a very simple process. We definitely recommend you try making kefir at least once. Once you give it a shot, you will definitely want to make it again. It's very good for your body. It has a lot of probiotics, has a lot of nutrients for you. So overall, it's a great thing to make. It's super simple, as you guys can see. It doesn't take a lot of things to prepare it, and it tastes great at the end. So as you saw before, kefir grains have been separated from the milk, and we can go ahead and put them back into the container that it originally came out of. You want to make sure to get all those kefir grains back in, and you will notice after a while that your kefir grains will multiply. So if you have anyone around you that might be interested in making kefir, you'll definitely have more than enough kefir grains to share. Just want to go ahead and get the rest of the kefir settled. What we're going to do now is go ahead and fill the containers with milk. What you want to do is fill them up about half an inch to an inch from the top, because it does need some room to breathe. So you can use regular milk like we do. You can use low-fat milk. I have seen people make kefir with coconut milk and other non-dairy milks, so it's very versatile. You can try to adjust it to your liking. I'm sure that in the future we'll go ahead and give it a try. Make sure, like I said, do not close the lids too tightly, because the kefir does need to be able to breathe and the air needs to be able to get back in. So now what we have left over here in the bowl is the actual kefir milk. We're going to go ahead and pour that back into a container that we kept our first and second batch of kefir that was processed in. We kept this in the fridge. So we're going to go ahead and refill that container. So now that the container has been filled, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and add some fuel to the fire. Kefir needs some sort of sugar to be able to process. So what you're going to need to do is either add regular table sugar, you can add brown sugar, coconut sugar, but there has to be some type of sugar added. If you would like, you can also use natural sugar from fruits, so things such as ripened pineapple, berries, papaya, that can also be used, but it does need some type of sugar basically to digest and eat and process. And now we're going to go ahead and shake it up. Give it a good stir, make sure the sugar is incorporated. And now that it's been shaken and stirred, You can put it in the fridge for a little while to chill, and now your kefir is ready. That's all, guys. Thank you for watching our video. Please like